It took me 10 years of travel to discover all the airport tips I'm about to share with you in the next 8 minutes. Volunteer to be bumped on oversold flights if you're flexible. I've met people who've earned $1,000 from a few hours of consecutive bumps. Super easy if it's a popular route with many outgoing flights. When getting picked up from the airport, go to the departures level instead of the arrivals. It's way easier for cars to wait there depending on the airport layout and the time of day. If you're unsure if you're allowed to pack something, you can send a message to Ask TSA via text, Facebook Messenger, or X for real-time answers. If your bags get weighed and they're overweight, do not pay the fee. Wear the weight instead. I've also seen people literally just hold their heaviest item in their hand while their bag is on the scale. Obviously, don't be obvious though. Book the first flight of the day if you're worried about delays, which tend to cascade throughout the day. Arrive with more time than you think you'll need. 2 hours domestic, 3 hours international, or more if you know TSA is slowed down. Check the My TSA app for current wait times. Better to arrive with too much time and be able to calmly read a book than arrive with too little time and stress in every single line and arrive to your gate all hot and bothered. Airports have MCTs, or minimum connection times, and airlines cannot sell you tickets with connections less than this time. But these MCTs are basically the minimum time it takes in perfect conditions, and conditions are rarely perfect. So be careful when booking short connection times, especially when entering a new country. Many credit cards will reimburse you for global entry and pre-check fees, so check your card benefits because you may already be covered, especially if you have a travel card. Set up a travel eSIM before you leave home so you have it data on your phone the moment you land in your destination. I'll link to a discount below to a company I've used for years. Screenshot your boarding pass before leaving home. One time I relied on the airline app to have my boarding pass, but it wouldn't load when I needed it. I was already running late and it was super stressful. Always, always, always pack a power bank and make sure it's charged. You'll thank yourself when your phone dies and you can't access your digital boarding pass because you were too lazy to print out a physical one like I always am. Book your special assistance ahead of time if you need it. If you have a disability, you can get free assistance throughout the entire airport from curb to curb. Some airlines allow you to bid for a business class upgrade right before you fly. Most travelers have no idea this exists, and one time I bid the minimum plus $5 just for fun, and I won. You can pack lighter and save money on luggage fees by using anti-odor clothes like merino wool. These clothes literally never stink, and believe me, I've tried. If you let them dry after using, I've literally used the same outfit for a month straight. That means you can pack half as many outfits and save tons of luggage space. I've been a customer of Unbound Merino long before they sponsored any of my videos, and I'd like to thank them for partnering with me on this one. Weigh your bags at home, especially if you're checking a bag. There's nothing more stressful than having to scramble around on the floor at the counter, rearranging your bag's weight. Make your checked bags identifiable. A bright luggage strap or ribbon means you'll spot it instantly and won't accidentally grab someone else's. Avoid using luggage tags where your name, home address, and personal phone number are visible to the public. Either use a work address and email or use a privacy tag. Think about how you can keep your phone, passport, and boarding pass secure and easily accessible while you're carrying your luggage. I either put it in a zippered pocket in my Scotty vest, a fanny pack, or a front backpack, depending on which luggage I'm carrying. Always keep your valuables and your medicines in your personal item in case your carry-on bag gets gate checked. Don't forget that you're allowed to bring full-size liquids through security as long as they're medically necessary. If you never want to make a packing list ever again, grab the free packing tool I created. It automatically generates a personalized, editable packing list for you based on the preferences that you set. It's completely free and I'll link to it in the description. Off-site parking is usually 40 to 60% cheaper than airport parking and usually just involves a free 5-minute shuttle. Oftentimes you can pre-book these spaces for even lower rates. A $15 AARP membership gets you up to 35% off car rentals at airports. Even though they focus on older adults, anyone over 18 can join to get these discounts. If you're traveling abroad as a tourist on a one-way ticket, make sure you always have a proof of onward travel ticket. This might mean buying a refundable ticket that you can change later or a riskier rented ticket from the onward travel websites. Charm the check-in agent with a big smile, tell them that you're the world's greatest emergency exit row helper, and see if they upgrade your seat for free. It works more often than you think. If you manage to squeeze everything in your carry-on, you get to skip the check-in line, skip baggage claim, eliminate lost luggage risk, and your bag is less likely to get weighed and sized. Sometimes checking a bag actually outweighs these carry-on benefits though. Like if you have mobility issues and you don't want to be loaded down with bags for a short layover. Or if you're like me and you're traveling with babies and strollers and car seats and tons of other paraphernalia. Take a photo of your bag's condition before you check it. That way you have proof if it arrives damaged and it's easier to claim for reimbursement. If you're traveling with someone else and your bags are overweight, weight, shift some of your stuff over to their bag. Or simply go to the check-in counter one person at a time while the other person stands outside the line with the heavy stuff. If you're traveling with a partner and you don't mind checking a bag, it's usually cheaper for two people to split a giant checked bag than paying for two carry-ons separately, assuming your airline doesn't include carry-ons in the ticket. Backpacks are less likely to get sized and weighed by the airlines than rolling luggage. Black bags are my favorite because they look smaller and draw less attention. Secure your checked bag zippers with not too tight zip ties. These don't draw attention to thieves like big old locks do. They prevent sticky fingers, and they're still easy for TSA to cut through without damaging your bag if they need to search it. Zip all of your valuables together in one pocket before the security line. Then put your most valuable bin through last so it's exposed as briefly as possible. Use a power bank to charge your phone instead of the USB ports in airports that can be hacked and tampered with. Cut down your luggage weight by wearing your heaviest items on the plane. I like traveling in my Unbound merino travel hoodie and sweats. They're soft as a cloud, and since merino wool is temperature regulating, it's comfortable for the hot and cold swings that you get on the plane. This is premium material that you're investing in, but Unbound merino has raving reviews and most travelers agree it's worth a splurge, including myself. I'll link to everything I personally use in the description, and new customers can get 10% off their entire purchase. For frequent travelers, a credit card that includes free lounge access pays for itself really quickly. I've probably eaten $1,000 of free lounge food over the years instead of paying for expensive airport restaurants. I'll link the card I use. Always download your airline's app to get real-time gate changes, delays, and bag tracking. If you're waiting in the lounge or somewhere cool in the airport, always check the app before you walk all the way to your gate just in case it got delayed. Avoid headphones within an hour before your flight in case they're calling your name over the intercom. Fill your empty water bottle at the drinking fountains after security, or go to the lounge and fill it up with other beverages for your flight. Instead of sitting in the cramped gate seats with tons of other people, just walk laps within a 3-minute radius of your gate until you're ready to board. You're gonna be sitting plenty on the plane. Make a bathroom stop right before boarding so you can avoid those grody airplane bathrooms. If your flight is delayed over 3 hours, ask the gate agent for a meal voucher. Airlines aren't legally required to give them in the US, but many of them will if you ask politely. The link on the screen shows what each airline has committed to provide. Like this video and subscribe for more insider tricks to travel safer and smarter. Paying for priority boarding is kinda silly. It just means you get to sit on the cramped plane longer than everybody else. The only time it makes sense is if having your carry-on gate checked would genuinely ruin your trip and you want to guarantee overhead bin space. Book an aisle seat near the front if you have a tight connection. The extra 15 minutes you save could make all the difference. For long flights, bring a headphone adapter for the seat back entertainment, and always download offline content as a backup plan. I like to land fresh and ready to explore without having to shower or change in my hotel, especially if I'm arriving way before check-in time. That's why I always pack my deodorant and toothbrush in my personal item. And since my versatile Unbound merino outfit looks just as good in the airport as it does out for dinner, I'm ready to hit the streets as soon as I land. Never use the first bathroom after deplaning. It's always a zoo. Hold it for 2 extra minutes and wait till the next one. Never exchange currency at the airport. Instead, use a free Charles Schwab debit card where you can withdraw from ATMs worldwide and they'll reimburse you for all expenses. The Sleeping in Airports website rates all major airports on sleepability. It tells you which are 24 hours, which have reclining chairs, quiet zones, and which terminals are best to sleep in. It's a lifesaver for long layovers. If your bag is lost or delayed, check your airline's policy, your credit card coverage, and any travel insurance coverage that you have immediately. You're likely entitled to a free shopping trip for essentials, and essentials has a loose definition. Airports and airlines have secrets that they don't want passengers finding out. These secrets can save you money and stress on your next flight, and I reveal them all in this video right here, so watch that one next. You'd be surprised at some of the sneaky tactics that they're using. Like, subscribe to the things. Love you. Bye-bye.